So what exactly is involved in an FBI investigation like this? Well, let's talk now to the former FBI Special Agent Richard Marquise. Richard, welcome. How on earth do you begin investigating events which are alleged to have happened decades and decades ago?
Well, the FBI has a great deal of experience in conducting long-term investigations, as well as going back in history to find out what happened before. There are a number of witnesses that have already been publicly identified. They will certainly be interviewed, as well as additional names, locations, any other information that they get from these alleged three people who have come forward, as well as the other witnesses who have already been identified.
Richard, if you were running this investigation, where would you start on day one?
Well, you'd have to interview Dr. Ford, certainly Ms. Ramirez, Ms. Swetnick, the three complainants, the accusers. They would have to be interviewed, their statements taken, and then anything that comes from that. And you have Mr. Judge, and you have someone named Mr. Smith, I believe, that was allegedly at that first party that was alleged. And then from there, you talk to them and you get additional names, see if you can identify locations. Certainly after 35 years, things that people expect today, such as DNA, other eyewitnesses, cameras, all those things are not going to be possible. But in a background investigation, it's not the same as conducting a criminal investigation, in as much as you are just taking individual statements without having to verify specifically what they say, other than if they provide additional names, you go talk to those people as well.
And I'm guessing in a usual FBI investigation, if there is such a thing, it's open-ended. You can take as long as you want, months, perhaps years, perhaps many, many months. These guys have got 7 days. That's the time frame set down. Is that realistic?
Well, it is. The FBI has a great capacity for providing manpower to individual events. And we've been doing background investigations since before I started almost 50 years ago. And we do them, we put a number of resources on them, you conduct and do as much as you can, and it is possible for it to be extended if there's witnesses that can't be heard, but again, that becomes unfortunately a political decision about whether we'll wait for somebody to come back from vacation or someone who's in the hospital and is not available. Certainly, you've always run into those things. But unfortunately, because of the politics involved, this is going to be a very difficult investigation.
Richard Marquise, good to talk to you. Thank you very much.